Welcome to Louisville, Kentucky, as we get set for kickoff in the first ever meeting between Louisville City FC and Las Vegas Lights here at Lynn Family Stadium with Jose Rodriguez. I'm Michael Watring with our entire crew. Hope you can come in and stay a while. Louisville is winless in its last 3 matches. They've dipped to number 6 in the Eastern Conference standings, but they've played the second fewest matches of any team in the East. In the Western Conference, Las Vegas is looking up at everybody with just 1 win this season. So what's going to give here this evening? It's a Louisville side, Jose, that Danny Cruz admitted they're not where they expected to be.
Well, yeah, absolutely, because the standard is so high for Lou City that you expect them to win every single night. But you look at the little things, there are some things that they're doing right. You try to work on the fundamentals, which is something that comes all the way down from preseason. And I think that's something that Louisville can do. And we know how quickly they can turn things around. Tonight against Las Vegas is a good opportunity.
Well, one player that we're keeping our eyes on, it is our Commonwealth Credit Union player profile. Enoch Mushagalusa has just 1 goal this season during the regular season. Had one against FC Kaiserslautern on Wednesday night. A double-digit goal scorer last year. Needs to step up for Lou City. For Las Vegas, it's been a rough go at it this season. They've scored just 13 goals this year and have just 1 win.
Well, yes, they are struggling, but listen, they can be dangerous because they are still working hard to recover from a horrible start to the season. So at some point, they're going to start playing well. And this could be the night. Louisville is a team that everybody wants to play well against.
Despite the struggles, they've lost 3 in a row for the first time all year. And Preston Tabort Ataka has 2 goals this season, scored in the 3rd minute of last week's match.
Yeah, and for him, it's all about giving him an opportunity through the wing. So for Louisville, that should be the main focus. Just don't give him enough room to work with through the wings, and you should be fine.
Louisville is looking to avoid its first winless string of at least 4 in a row in 5 years, while Las Vegas looks to snap a 3-game losing skid. Who gets the upper hand this evening? Starting 11s and kickoff comes your way when we return.
Hi, Shane Huffman with Neil Huffman Subaru on the Dixie, where this month we've got some great deals, like on this brand new Subaru Outback that you can lease today for just $479 a month, or how about this Impreza for just $299 a month? That's all going on now. That's Neil Huffman Subaru on the Dixie. Huffman has it.
WDRB and WPKI are the broadcast home for Lou City FC Live. Tonight's game was presented by Commonwealth Credit Union. We see you differently. Watch WDRB mornings and don't miss out on top stories.
We will make sure you are informed and in the know.
So wake up with WDRB for local news, weather, and traffic all morning long.
Don't get stuck in traffic.
I'll show you traffic alerts and the quickest commute routes to make sure you get to work on time.
And don't get caught in the rain because you weren't prepared.
I'll give you the weekly forecast and make sure you're ready for any severe weather threats all morning from 5 to 10.
Hi, Shane Huffman with Neil Huffman Subaru on the Dixie, where this month we've got some great deals, like on this brand new Subaru Outback that you can lease today for just $479 a month, or how about this Impreza for just $299 a month? That's all going on now. That's Neil Huffman Subaru on the Dixie. Huffman has it.
When we win,
you win.
We're partnering with Wendy's to celebrate all Lou City and racing wins with a free small frosty.
No purchase necessary.
Simply go to any participating Louisville area Wendy's the day after a win. Show the club's social media posts featuring Wendy's and claim your free small frosty.
Enjoy this Wendy's treat after every Lou City and racing win.
Prior to tonight's match, Josh Winder was celebrated. The first 7-figure transfer in USL Championship history is heading to Portugal. And the club are the most successful club in that country's history. The 18-year-old with 45 appearances with Louisville. Headed to Benfica, getting his celebration this evening as we take a look at tonight's starting 11, presented by Breeze Airways for Danny Cruz's side. 2 changes.
Yeah, a 4-3-3 formation for Danny Cruz here tonight. Semla on goal. Manny Perez is back. You know, he had injuries in the last few weeks, but he's back in the starting lineup. And at the top, Mushigalus on the left, Harris, and Serrano on the right side. So solid lineup here for Danny Cruz.
On the other side for Las Vegas, likewise, 2 changes for this group that is in desperate need of some goal-scoring prowess.
Yes, we have listed this initially as a 4-4-2, but could very easily change to a 4-3-3. And this is my big part of the middle of the field for Las Vegas. And at the top, Atang and Preston, both very good through the wings.
So Las Vegas and Louisville City squaring off for the first time since Las Vegas became a side back in 2018. Happy to have you on board here this evening with Jose Rodriguez, Michael Watring, joining you here tonight. Hope you can come in and enjoy this one with us as Lou City looks for its first win in its last 4 matches. And we are ready to roll here from Lynn Family Stadium, Lou City FC in Las Vegas for the first time. Best atmospheres in this league. Biggest things for Danny Cruz, he wants to see his side get healthy, find that continuity. And on a night like tonight at home, a big opportunity for them to get 3 points against a Vegas group that has won just 1 time this year. That was on the road at Phoenix. There's a long ball set forward, whistling after it, nodding it to the ground. Perez. Maris flies it in. Tellefson just hits it. And it bounces cleanly into the waiting paws of Leo Diaz.
Good combination on the right side here for Lou City. Paris initially leaves the ball to Dylan Maris. A good crossing coming in. Unfortunately, not a clear shot on goal that time. But a great opportunity to start the match. And for Louisville, here's an opportunity to set the tone early on and score a goal or 2. Obviously, with Las Vegas is struggling, you don't want to lead them to believe that they can win this game.
It's 15 goals this season for Louisville. That is the 3rd fewest in the league on the year. It's a Las Vegas group that scored the 2nd fewest. Flag up here for offside. Gives us a chance to take a look at tonight's weather report, brought to you by Advanced ENT and Allergy. 87 degrees. Warm day here in late June. But Las Vegas certainly used to these kinds of temperatures as fans continue to file in here on Pride Night. And moments of celebration before the match. For Matt and Josh Winder. Now business at hand here for this Louisville City group. Find themselves in a very unfamiliar spot in 6th in the Eastern Conference. Dangerous early, able to split some lines. Las Vegas group that has given up 24 goals this year, tied for the 4th most. So this could certainly be a game where Lou City could find some of that goal-scoring prowess.
The challenging part when you're facing a team like Las Vegas is, you know, you never know when they're going to turn things around. And if they do it against Lou City, it shouldn't be surprising, really, because everybody wants to play at Lynn Family Stadium, and everybody wants to perform. Like you mentioned before, this is one of the top venues in the league. And, you know, it's an added motivation to come in here and try to get 3 points where nobody expects Las Vegas to win this game tonight.
Commonwealth Credit Union has been bettering lives in the communities they serve since 1951. To learn more, visit WeSeeYouDifferently.com. Our official tonight, Melvin Rivas. Through the middle of the yard. Now the build-up through the right side. It's Perez. Perez gets bumped off the ball, goes down. Foul whistle, good clean play. Heavy pounce there by Harris. Serrano. Aggression early from Lou City. Dangerous can a team be that is sitting in Las Vegas' spot, just one win this season, really can play freely.
Well, yeah, they play with no pressure. And you know, the one thing for them as well, if they're solid defensively, they have talent to be a little bit dangerous through the wings with the pace they have, and the counter-attack game is going to be very important for them.
Vegas' lone win this year came against Phoenix on the road on May 26th. It also has 6 draws on the ledger this season. Louisville needing to not be that team that allows the Lights to find some form. Isidoro Sanchez, his first season after being the interim in 2018. There's a foul whistled. Serrano hits the deck. Alejandro Mitrano, 5-year-old native of Venezuela, for the foul. Tosh. Long ball sends Perez to the touchline, flies it in, and there's Leo Diaz. 23-year-old from Argentina has had a pretty solid year overall this year, being thrust into the starting spot.
Yeah, and you know, obviously, when you come in and you analyze a team like Las Vegas, then you know you look for bright spots, and without a doubt, you know, Diaz as the goalkeeper is one of the bright spots for this team. Aside from, you know, the stats and the number of goals they have conceded, it could be worse without Diaz on goal.
Excellent build here through the middle. Harris pivots. Ushagalusa. Tellefson. Serrano making that run. Instead, it's a long shot that does get redirected by Serrano, but he was offside. This is a Louisville team that 12% conversion rate this year, and the third fewest in terms of shot on target, as well as shots on target percentage this season. Danny Cruz said it multiple times when we spoke with him this week. They have to be better inside of the 18-yard box.
Well, I think tonight they're going to have plenty of opportunities. They will have a lot of possession, so they'll have opportunities to prove the work that they have done throughout the week and in the last few weeks in terms of being a little bit more effective in the final third.
No doubt that there's some star goal-scoring power on this group. Just waiting for everything to come together. You get 3 of 4 at home, but they play Pittsburgh twice in the span of 11 days. Road and then home. That's a great Pittsburgh side right now, that seemingly unbeatable. Although they do trail 1-0 at halftime against San Diego now. Toronto the last one to touch it. It's evident early that Las Vegas content with playing a defensive shape, not being too aggressive, sitting back against this Louisville side. Here's Serrano whipping it in. Flag up once more for offside. Wilson Harris slightly in front of the back line.
Yeah, for the second time in the first 10 minutes, 2 offsides are called here for Louisville. Maybe that's they're a little bit just ahead of the play, which is not bad. They need to show some intensity in the start of the match. They need to move the ball a lot faster, and they need to move without the ball as well, which is something that can become a challenge when a team like Las Vegas is stepping back for so much. There's not a lot of room to work with, so they're gonna have to have a little bit of patience and then try to understand the way the game comes to them.
Louisville has only scored multiple goals in 3 matches this year through the first 14. Just 1 lead over the last 3. Couple draws and a loss over that stretch. Purple jerseys back there. Trigalusa comes out of there with it and draws the foul. Very active night in the USL Championship here this evening. Almost every team in action with no games on Friday or Sunday. One of 10 matches this Saturday in the USL Championship. 1 of 5 active right now. No score early in this one. Vegas have had very little of the ball. It's been all Louisville, just haven't been able to find something inside of the 18-yard box with any pace. Tellefson had an early shot. Tosh gets it over everybody. Kept in play by Amadou Dia as he angles it out for a throw rather than a goal kick. Foul given. As we enter the 13th minute, scoreless so far here. Select, the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Methodical feel to this. This is the 3rd match for Louisville in the last 8 days. International friendly on Wednesday in front of a great crowd here against the German side, FC Kaiserslautern. Here's a good carry forward by Perez. Serrano right back to Perez. Takes 2 looks. Too high on the pass. Goes all the way out. Everything for Louisville coming through the right side, though, with Perez and Serrano.
Yeah, both of them, they're doing a really good job running into space, and the combination, the understanding between the 2 players that they should be aggressive all the time, especially with Las Vegas, stepping back for so long here in the first half, mainly for the entirety of the game. They have a little bit more liberty to move forward.
Harris gets fouled. Set piece opportunity coming. Free kick brought to you by Fifth Third. Harris and Serrano eyeing their options. Here's Serrano. Gets it over everybody. Everybody was crashing to the middle and the near post, and it goes to the back post and out.
Another good ball that time. Plenty of targets inside the box, and set pieces will always be important, but more than ever, maybe the 90s, Las Vegas continues to play well organized defensively. Set pieces are usually the way to open up the game. For Lou City, you know how good they can be. Hopefully they can capitalize on opportunities here.
Serrano tied for first on the team with a couple assists this year, the 21-year-old. Quarter hour gone by here at Lynn Family Stadium with Jose Rodriguez, Michael Watrang. Great to have you with us tonight. Flag up for offside. First time that these clubs have met. Louisville trying to get back on the winning track. Winless in their last three, while Vegas have dropped 3 in a row. Space forward, carrying it through is Wes Sharpie with a flag up for offside. And frustration setting in. Fans, when Lou City wins, you win. This season, Lou City has partnered with Wendy's to give you a free small Frosty if the boys in purple win. No purchase necessary. This offer is valid the following day after a win. Head to any participating Louisville area Wendy's location to redeem. Missed all of June with a groin injury. He's back out there on Wednesday in the friendly. And returns to the lineup for Danny Cruz's group. This is what you've seen much of the night. Very few Vegas players putting any kind of pressure on the central defenders of Tosh and Sharpie. Swinging ball takes a high bounce over Serrano.
That's the right idea, though. They have to keep switching sides just to create a little bit of movement defensively for Las Vegas. And maybe there's a mistake, maybe there's a run that is not made, and that's how you try to find some breathing room. Because as it stands right now, Las Vegas, they seem very comfortable, and that's something that's needed. They need to switch sides, move the ball as much as possible.
This is a Vegas team that has really scuffled in the first half. This season, they've given up 13 first half goals. Only Hartford has given up more. For a team that has led for just 142 minutes all year. To play some fine defense in the first half of this one. Serrano trying to angle it for Harris. Intercepted, and then Tosh commits the foul on the backside of Ledesma. Like Las Vegas, Louisville will bring some pressure up the field. Leads to a giveaway. Ready on it.
This is where Las Vegas can run into trouble if they are careless with the ball, just give it away. They just don't have any possession. It's gonna take some time for them to just assimilate what the game brings to them in terms of how do I move forward and give my defenders a breather. They need to find a way to do that. But if they give the ball away in the middle of the field, we continue to see this trend, it's not going to be too long for Louisville to score the first goal of the match.
This ball headed it backwards, but once again, the flag up. Some frustration for Louisville setting in as well. Certainly for Las Vegas, they could use some possession, like you said, just to alleviate some of the stress being put on that back line. This is a very talented Lou City group, despite the fact that they've only scored 15 goals this year.
Yeah, mental is a challenge, you know, as a defender, because you know you're one mistake away from basically giving the game away, and that's added pressure to any defender at this point, because as it stands right now, offensively, you know, it's hard to believe Las Vegas will be able to come back from down a goal. You know, they just haven't been able to do as much, so that's added pressure to the work that you already have to do defensively.
Yeah, Las Vegas has gone its last 10 without scoring multiple goals in any of those 10. So if you can just get one, you all but guarantee yourselves at least a point. If you get multiple, a good likelihood you can get all three. And that adds to that pressure that Las Vegas has. Here's Harris. The ball won cleanly. A bit of a nervy moment there because Melvin Rivas was pointing straight, and he thought perhaps there was going to be a penalty given on our West Bank Go instant replay. Zali.
Well, you know, there is an argument there, but I don't know if that's enough contact for a penalty. There is some contact there, but you don't want that call at any point in any game of soccer, right? If you're Louisville, you don't want to see that call on the other end of the field. So it's, I think it's a good decision from the referee.
3 shots so far, all from Louisville. They have controlled nearly 3/4 of the possession so far.
See, I don't think they have to go much higher. 35% might do it. Just have some possession.
Here's a whipping ball in. Ended up reaching the head of Taka in there, but swept away. Not among the selected players this evening. Hugo Torres, the game winner against Phoenix back in May. Great goal scorer. Desma, former USL Championship MVP with FC Cincinnati, is out there. Tellefson can't track it down, and it's out for a goal kick. Sometimes in matches like these, frustration can mount for a side that seemingly is the favorite.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, especially in the second half. You know, the game remains scoreless. You're moving past the 65th minute mark. Then you start feeling the pressure of, okay, we need to find a way to win this game. And that sometimes leads to counter-attack opportunities. So, you know, it's important for Lou City to set the tone as quickly as possible here, because they have the talent and we know they can score. Just need to score at least one goal, you know, to gain some of that momentum that they need to win the game.
Little contact there. Otang commits the foul. Vegas have not had a touch officially inside of Lou City's box so far. Musha Galusa is looking for Harris, but he held up his run. Diaz will pick it up.
Figure's doing a very good job pressuring the ball in the middle. They know exactly where they want to do it to make things difficult for Lou City's midfielders. And so far, it's working for them.
Las Vegas haven't had a road win against an Eastern Conference team since April Fool's Day of 2022 at Charleston. 8 straight without one. Toronto will throw it in. Goes all the way back to Semla. Mushagalusa. An incidental back pass gets intercepted, and now numbers forward here for Lou City. It bangs perfectly. Excellent technique, but a deflection by Zali goes out wide. Best chance for Louisville so far.
You're absolutely right. They started to move the ball a little bit faster, and clearly they had an opportunity through the middle. The on the left side brings the ball in. Poor clearance that time. Dylan Harris just unable to put the shot on frame that time. Blocked at the end. You're an opportunity now with set pieces. That's the recipe for success in time. As quickly as possible. Move to the attack, prepare to get inside the box.
Harris takes the corner, bending outward, knotted down, but always wide. Mushagalusa won it. It was deflected, but it goes out for a goal kick. Semla way out into a dangerous area. Cruz, though, talked about things that impressed him the most about Semla when they were scouting him last season at Marshall. That's how much poise he had with the ball on his feet, or he was required to play it. That shows it right there. Perez retreats. Nice move by Perez to maintain a hold on it. Serrano. Mushagalusa unmarked in the box. Goes out for a corner.
Worst part of the injuries for the city this year. They have such a deep roster. There's so much talent in this team. They shouldn't be surprised in the way they're performing. Results will come their way. There's no doubt about that.
It's a 5-5 corner kick for Lou City. Green light given. Bends in. Osh was closest to it. Serrano and a poke to Bordataka, comes out of there with it and draws a foul. That's going to be a yellow as well on Serrano.
A little bit of an unnecessary foul at the time, but I understand the VOD. Just wanted to stop promising counter-attack here. That's part of the scouting for Lou City prior to this game. They know how quickly both wingers can get forward for Las Vegas, and that's why he decides to stop the play right there. Although he did have some help, that's why it's something to think about twice.
The yellow card brought to you by World of Beer. There's a nice ball laid forward. Otang gets to it first, and it's now a Las Vegas corner opportunity.
And this is gold right here for Las Vegas. You know, they haven't had an opportunity to put numbers inside the box. You know, good ball in through the left side. The cross is not able to come in where he wanted, but he gets a corner kick. And I mean, this is, you know, this is all they need right now. You know, an opportunity to score, a breather for the defenders. You know, you just need to be careful not to let a counterattack opportunity hurt you.
Ledesma called in here to take this corner. Melvin Rivas will have a conversation. He's bumping at the top of the 18. discourse. Ledesma ready. Swinging bender to the top of the 6. Cleared away. Second ball comes in. Once more, swept out of the 18. The 30th minute we go here. Scoreless so far. 5 shots to none in favor of Louisville City. Michael Watreng, Jose Rodriguez. Our entire group broadcasting this one for you tonight. Hope you're having a nice one. Welcome to the fans watching this game on WBKI, the official broadcast home of Louisville City FC.
Because they have been struggling with easy passes in the middle. If they're able to correct that, it can be a much easier game for them. Obviously easier said than done, but at this point, it's the one thing that they need to survive the first half. 15 minutes away, if they go scoreless for halftime, that will be according to plan for the visiting side here tonight.
Well, the starting 10 field players for Las Vegas, only 4 had scored a goal this season. Nobody on the roster has more than 2 for the year.
There's so many stats that go against Las Vegas, and yet, 30th minute mark here, and they're still scoreless, and that's, what I was talking about early on. You cannot lead them to believe that they can do some damage here tonight.
There's a ball played to the top. Footed attempt by Oteng. Toronto intercepted there. Well, there was a couple matches this year where they've lost by multiple goals, but other than that, a lot of draws or 1-goal differentials. They haven't been completely out of many of their matches this season, despite just 1 win through the first 14.
And usually when that happens, it's the effort plays in the second half that start to fade because of tired legs defensively, because you're chasing for most of the game. And, usually 80th minute mark, that's where, mistakes start coming your way, and you concede a goal, and it's hard for you to recover at that point.
Tabordataka trying to splice it through 2 defenders. Defense by Perez. And the pass intended for Ledesma. Tellefson. Serrano takes his defender on. Serrano really had a bit of an edge. Oteng draws the foul.
It's effort right there. It's the willpower from attack, just trying to move forward. Just keeping possession, just battling in front of 2-3 defenders. Gets called for the foul. That's good enough for Las Vegas. The little things are going Las Vegas' way right now.
Diaz pounces to it. He's always going out. Vegas have conceded 8 times in the final 15 minutes of the first half this year. That's the most in the championship. The Louisville strike. Vegas bucked that trend. Ball bounces perfectly. Serrano lays it through the middle. On the back post, Dia. Well-timed slide tackle by Bushu. Defender slips, leaves space, and a rocket bangs the upper side of the bar. Oteng nearly had a first half stunner.
My goodness, what a shot from the right side. Everybody expecting a cross. And rightfully so, because in the far post, it was Ledesma wide open. And yet, what an effort. Right-footed shot, hits the bar. Man, oh man, how quickly things can change in a game, Michael.
That's exactly to what we were talking about. The longer this thing stays scoreless, it amps up the plausibility of Vegas to come in here and steal 3 points. For moments just like that, Toronto can't tame it.
You start to sense, right? The momentum is starting to shift. It's not the same game that we saw in the first 25 minutes. Now Las Vegas, they are starting to believe, they are finding a little bit more room, they have more possession, and this is where it gets tricky.
Yellow card given to Maris. Fans don't like that call.
It's the second one of the match, both of them. For Lou City. Look, yep. That's a good call, and right in front of the referee. He's not going to miss that one.
Alvin Rivas standing yards away. Yellow card presented by World of Beer. It's 2 of them now for Lou City in this first half.
And it's a good time for that conversation to happen that we just saw a few seconds ago on screen. Because, you know, it's about Lou City right now. And do we allow Las Vegas to come to Lynn Family Stadium and dictate the tempo of the game at any given point? I think that's a conversation that needs to happen. They just need to step it up, bring up a little bit the energy, just like what we saw at the beginning of the game, and they can turn things around.
Here's a rewind of our West Banco instant replay of that last blistering shot from Tabor Taka.
It's just a wonderful strike. It's not ideal, and if he tries that, I mean, maybe I'll say out of 10 times, most likely 8 will not go that way. But it's a great effort.
Desma swings in the free kick. Second ball mishit. Mushagalusa. It's by 1, but not a second. Dia didn't get enough on it. And then tracks back to commit the foul. He's fortunate here to not get a yellow. Zazu took that poke from Maris moments ago.
It's not a good ball initially, but we've seen it 2 or 3 times in the first half where Las Vegas players first to the ball. I think that's exactly what happens there, and then the challenge comes late. But that's one of the positives, I think, for the visiting side here tonight. They have always been first to the ball in those 50-50s, and they have been able to win that battle.
Vegas has settled into this one. First time these clubs have ever met. And 2 sides looking to break up winless strings that have reached 3. 2 draws, though, for Lou City. 3 losses for the Lights. Rare cross opportunity that leads to a corner for Las Vegas. And you're right, they have really settled into this and been more selective in their chances pushing forward.
And it all started with playing good defense. It is all from the back. I think we have to give a lot of credit to the defensive line because they really set the tone, and they understood now that this is the moment for them to be aggressive. If they can score a goal late in the first half, then it's a different ballgame in the second.
Justin Ingram prepares for this corner. Bounces it in. Second ball opportunity. It's a long shot attempt. Always slicing wide. Semla was trying to go quickly. Serrano would have been in a good spot. After the opening 15 to 20 minutes, seemed heavily favored towards Louisville City. Las Vegas have had the chances in the last 15 to 20. Neither of these sides grab a first half goal. Tosh has his pass intercepted. So many numbers forward there, probably not the right decision.
I was thinking exactly the same thing. And a player with, Ledesma's quality, you expect him to make a better decision that time. He knows it's a horrible giveaway from Tosh in the middle. He knows he has numbers there. Oh man, that's one that he's going to want back without a doubt.
And Louisville capitalize. Dia flies it in. Diaz watches it hit the outside of the cage. Spanko instant replay here from Dia.
Just trying to bring a good ball in. At the same time, we're talking about Las Vegas and how they haven't been able to get back in the game and compete against Blue City. Blue City at the same time, they know if they score a goal late here in the first half, it's a heartbreaker. It's an absolute heartbreaker. So if they manage to get a goal, that could be the key of the match here.
Scoring has been a challenge this year for the home side. Been limited to 1 goal or been shut out in 11 of 14. Foul whistle. Paris has a yellow. Aranzazu, who has taken a beating in the last 10 minutes, is down again. The other side has been overly threatening. Taka hit a crossbar in the 35th minute. Harris had a chance in the 25th. That was blocked. Diaz has made the lone save so far in the match. Semla through the middle. Final couple minutes of half number 1. There's a foul whistled. Tosh goes down. Fans want a yellow. Ingram thought it should have been an opposite of that call, and it should have been to Las Vegas.
Tell you what, Ingram looks like the guilty party smiling. So, I don't know.
He certainly initiates the contact, and Tosh, who's 7th all time in minutes, is quite the savvy veteran. Serrano, it's a 4-2 in his bounce. Perez, Serrano cut it back, but helped defensively from Matrano.
See, that's the perfect example defensively on how well Las Vegas is working. Serrano is able to move past one defender, but not the second one. Right there, first to the ball.
Matrano wants help. Throws it away. Comes back to get ahead to it. Tosh. Indeed was deflected by Ledesma. 1 more minute before stoppage time. Perez. Harris. Does Louisville have a late shocker in the first half? Harris. Always an answer there for Las Vegas. Sharpie rotates it to the left. Mushagalusa can't hold on. Sharpie just slings it out. Stoppage time is presented by the Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Refs have added 1 minute.
I think that's fair. It's a very well played half. Maybe a little bit of, maybe more fouls than what we wanted in the middle of the field, but still good flow to the game.
Serrano. Away again in the midfield, Bushu. Long run forward this time. Tabori Taka. It's it first time. Ingram in the neighborhood. Down goes Ledesma. And he is whistled for the foul. Despite the fact that he's down.
Ledesma gains possession at some point in the play.
Well, there's your first half whistle. And Jose, how do you sum up a first half in which many fans might have expected Louisville to be on top at this point?
You're absolutely right. I think Las Vegas is playing a solid game. The game plan is working for the visiting side. They started solid defensively, remained that way. And in the last 10 to 15 minutes, they managed to create some opportunities. So a lot to talk about for Lou City in halftime, but I think they still have the capability to move ahead in this game.
Two of the lowest scoring teams in the league are scoreless at halftime here at Lynn Family Stadium as these two sides try to get back on the winning track. Halftime presented to you by Breeze Airways. Stick with us. We'll have more when we return to Louisville.
Hi, Shane Huffman with Neil Huffman Subaru on the Dixie, where this month we've got some great deals, like on this brand new Subaru Outback that you can lease today for just $479 a month, or how about this Impreza for just $299 a month? That's all going on now. That's Neil Huffman Subaru on the Dixie. Huffman has it.
Since 2018, Commonwealth Credit Union has proudly sponsored the Barbasol Championship. This world-class event is one of only 52 PGA Tour events, and it's all happening right here in Kentucky. Join us July 13th through the 16th at Champions at Keene Trace in Nicholasville. Children 15 and under will get free admission courtesy of Commonwealth Credit Union. Plus, all state employees will get 25% off admission with promo code CCU Golf. We're investing in our community, bettering lives, and making memories along the way. Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently.
Choose your character. Wes Sharpie. Rasmus Delofsen. Enoch Mushagalusa. Ray Serrano.
Vamos, Morados.
Watch Louisville City FC take on Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC July 1st at 7 on WBKI.
Fresh produce is the best produce. That's why at Kroger, we invest in local farmers to bring you the freshest seasonal picks. So no matter how you shop, your local produce always tastes as fresh as it gets. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Boost by Kroger Plus is more than worth it. Give it to me, I'm worth it. With 2 times fuel points and free delivery, you can save up to $1,000 per year. Try Boost free for 30 days. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hi, Shane Huffman with Neil Huffman Subaru on the Dixie, where this month we've got some great deals, like on this brand new Subaru Outback that you can lease today for just $479 a month, or how about this Impreza for just $299 a month? That's all going on now. That's Neil Huffman Subaru on the Dixie. Huffman has it.
We welcome you back to Louisville. Halftime presented to you by Breeze Airways. Nice, new, and nonstop. That's the Breeze way. Scoreless at the break, and it's been a busy week for Louisville City. Starting on Wednesday, an international friendly against FC Kaiserslautern. And it was a great crowd, great atmosphere. Danny Cruz said that it was great for the community to get this, and it was Enoch Mushagalusa opening up the scoring.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shot here. It's an opportunity that I don't think they'll find tonight, just because look at how much room Mushagalusa has to work with. Obviously, you know, a momentum booster at that time, playing against a quality opponent, you know, at the international level. It doesn't matter the rain. It's about enjoying the experience here.
Well, this is a highlight-worthy goal. Laying on the ground, getting his head to it. Terrence Boyd gets the equalizer.
Man, what a shot. It's, I don't think we'll see that again in quite some time. Talk about effort plays, Michael.
And then the winner came as Boyd was able to split the back line, get some space, and put one away. And FC Kaiserslautern was able to get a 2-1 victory, but it was Danny Cruz talking about the fact that he enjoyed the fact that he gets some of the academy players, reward those players with the opportunity to play, and just love the atmosphere, being able to play aside from Germany. So that is that international friendly. And when we come back, we'll hear more about the Josh Winder story on his send-off night here in Louisville. Scoreless at the break here at Lynn Family Stadium.
Defender for Louisville City, and this is...
Are you ready? Ready for more of the game you love? Ready for more players and more teams? Ready for more stadiums, for more fans in more cities? This is a different league. The USL Super League. Built for the future of women's soccer. Bridging the journey from youth to pro, connected to the global game, and bringing it all closer to home. Are you ready?
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Turned over. Robert Karchai to put it away. Phoenix Rising will take all 3 points. 3-1 Rising.
We're back here in Louisville where it's scoreless at the break on the Breeze Airways halftime report. Time to take a look at the USL Championship news and notes from around the league. The Proud to Be platform is a declaration of our club's pride activations. Go to USLsoccer/Pride to Be for more. NBA Hall of Famer Dominique Wilkins has joined Birmingham Legion FC ownership group as an investor, and we're getting closer and closer to our next ESPN 2 match, Rising and Memphis on July 1st at 11 p.m. Here's the rest of the schedule for this evening and into next week. It is Roots and Rising tonight, Monterey Bay and Miami, as well in Sacramento and San Antonio. That'll be a really good one in the Western Conference coming your way at 11 p.m. Eastern. One midweek matchup, Oakland and RGV, and a couple games on Friday with Charleston hosting a Loudon group that falls today to Tampa Bay 4-2. FC Tulsa and Detroit City at 9 o'clock next Friday. Scores happening around the league right now in a busy night. How about Pittsburgh? They overcome a 1-0 deficit. Tola Shawunmi scores in the 68th minute, and in the first minute of stoppage time, Osamanu gets a goal, and the Riverhounds continue their great form. Not quite over yet, but closing in on the finish line with Pittsburgh on top. Mentioned the Tampa score in the 11. Leads at Hartford, Orange County, leading as well as two of the top teams in the East, Memphis and Charleston, just underway in the 20th minute. Here, it is scoreless between Louisville and Las Vegas. We'll take a look at the first half highlights and the stats when we come back to Lynn Family Stadium.
Did you know taking care of your teeth and gums helps control blood sugar levels? A healthy smile means a healthier you. We can help you get there. Mortensen Family Dental. Schedule online at mortensendental.com. Did you know taking care of your teeth and gums helps lower your risk of heart attack? A healthy smile means a healthier you. We can help you get there. Mortensen Family Dental. Schedule online at mortensendental.com.
Back on our Breeze Airways halftime report. Scoreless at the break here. Just getting ready to start off the second half, but we'll take a look at the highlights from the opening 45 minutes here to start things off. And there's been a lot of opportunities so far in this one, Jose, but everything for Louisville has come down this right side.
Yeah, the right side for Serrano and Manny Perez, they have been able to find some room there. Here, a very good cross. Tillotson, unfortunately, just unable to finish that time, taking the shot on target, but not exactly what he wanted. Again, another long ball here on the right side. Just beautiful setup. Manny Perez, I don't know how he gets to the ball. He's able to bring it in, but an easy one for Diaz. Beautiful first time on the left side. It's Olivia brings the ball in. Mars after, poor clearance, but just unable to finish. And, the last 10, 15 minutes of the half, surprisingly enough, good stop. Watching some of that aggressiveness that, Louisville brought to the table early on. And guess what? Here comes Las Vegas Lights. What a shot here.
One of the best moments of the half came seemingly out of nothing. It ricocheted off the top of the woodwork from Preston Taborda-Taka on an odd angle opportunity. And this was one of the final chances for Louisville in that opening half. Dia hitting the outside of the cage. As you take a look at the first half stats brought to you by Pave Masters. Las Vegas ended up out-shooting Louisville, even though Las Vegas didn't have a shot until 20-plus minutes into this match. very little possession, but confidence building for the road side.
Well, at some point we talked about a 28% possession for Las Vegas. I told you they don't need to get to 50. They need to get to 35 to start to create opportunities, and that's exactly what happened. We'll see what they can do here in the second half.
Louisville holds a team without a first half goal for the 9th time this season. That's the second most in the league this year in terms of doing that. But the problem is they haven't been able to score. And some silver lining for the Lou City fans. Winless in the last 3. The last time Louisville was winless in 4 in a row came in 2018. What did they do after that stretch? They won the final 10 matches of the year, including a 1-0 win over Phoenix in the final of the USL Championship Cup. So, can they get things rolling here tonight? Second half ready to roll. Here from Lynn Family Stadium, Michael Watring, Jose Rodriguez, our entire broadcast crew. Thank you for tuning in with us on a Saturday evening. Let's see what happens here in the second half. Las Vegas found something at the end of the first. And Louisville get back into it. Their third match in the last 8 days, granted, in that international friendly. A good chunk of these players either didn't play or didn't play significant minutes. Mushagalusa goes down, and here comes a free kick now for Lou City. It's quickly taken. Melvin Rivas wanted to set the ball down.
It's a clear foul through the middle, a push, a hold, a little bit of everything. But you know, the most important thing to me is right after the foul, it's Gibson. He goes straight to the ball. He wants to play as quickly as possible. He wants to get back the ball and play. Obviously something they talked about.
Maris into the box, angled on frame. Harris hits the outside of the left post.
Perfect ball because, you know, Dylan, what he's trying to do is just keep the goalkeeper away from it and give Harris an opportunity, and that's why it's a beautiful setup. Unfortunately, it's Harris who's unable to position himself in a way that he can take a little bit of more of a comfortable shot on frame. But regardless, a good effort.
Harris 15 goals last season, has 4 of them this year so far. Taka. This ball is blasted out of play. Decent numbers in the box and never gave anybody a chance. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2023. Whether your club is on the road or at home, catch nearly every second of USL Championship action on ESPN+, the home of USL, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com.
It's going to be important for Lou City to, especially in the first 15 minutes of the second half, continue to pick up the energy. It's something that they were lacking late in the first half, and it's just unacceptable at this point just because of the level of talent they have in the field. And if there's one thing that can't be missing, is energy. They bring up the energy. They can overcome Las Vegas without a doubt.
Simply a team that is nestled in one of the top 2 spots of the league standings, but enter the night 6 points off the pace. Granted, a couple games in hand still. Gibson. Initial touch, as has been the case so frequently tonight. A second defender there to shut it down. I'll expect subs to play a key role for Louisville, as they typically do. They have the lowest completed matches by starters this year, which means substitutes play key roles, and in the last 2 matches, subs have scored quickly off of the bench. This ball angled along. Ledesma would have been offside.
The one thing that might be concerning at this point for Las Vegas and the coaching staff especially is, as you move forward and you try to go for 3 points, can you still remain well organized defensively? And that could be a challenge at some point for a team that's not used to pressuring constantly. So that's something to think about if you're Las Vegas.
Ellefson gives it away. First 20 minutes, Las Vegas just basically sat in a block, didn't move, didn't try to push anything forward. Been a little more aggressive of late. So Louisville find those seams. Gibson, now Dia. Mushagalusa looking for Harris. Defended well. Sharpie thought that he won the ball.
Yeah, that's a veteran move that time from Ledesma. He just understood the contact was coming. He just needed to get a first touch on the ball.
Gibson mistimes his jump. Ledesma shifts.
Beautiful.
Zali. That's credit. Back line for Las Vegas here tonight. Now the Lights back in possession. High arcing looper. Cleared away. Middle of the field, just over its intended target, and out for a goal kick. Aranzazu has not scored so far this season. Found himself in some space. This has fit the bill for Las Vegas. Last time they scored multiple goals in a match was over 2 months ago in mid-April. Fortunately for Louisville, has been a familiar spot as well. They've been shut out 4 times this year already. Mushagalusa. Dia doesn't get a lot on it, but it's not cleared very well. Serrano finds himself with some space. It's blocked away, and here comes Tabordataka. Ledesma.
This is where Louisville, they have to go faster. Once they get the ball in the middle, they just can't allow Las Vegas to move back and set up defensively. They have to go as quickly as possible. So now it's a lot harder. All 11 players playing defense. That's
why there's been so many white jerseys in the right place. It's been such a different set of circumstances year over year for Louisville. Last year, top the Eastern Conference table, 4 points clear of Memphis. Scored the 3rd most goals in the league, 64 of them. Year ago, but this year the 3rd fewest in the league so far. Dealt with some injuries. Players like Mushagalusa that scored double digits last year has just won this season. Break on once more. Tabordataka taking his defender 1v1. Gibson does so well and wins the ball. That's great one-on-one defensive work.
Yeah, just a great effort from Gibson, standing his ground, waiting for Itaka to make the decision and then react to it, but you know, not trying to anticipate anything. That was the key for him to recover as quickly as he did.
There's a foul. Nothing more than that, though. Zazu. Both sides have hit a post at one point in this match. First half from Itaka, second half from Harris. Opening couple minutes. Here's Mushagalusa. Excellent pass for Serrano. It's the right decision in terms of a pass, but intercepted. Maris. Slid outside. Perez circles. Once again, Las Vegas has every answer defensively. Well, a couple changes here for Louisville. It's going to be Oscar Jimenez and Niall McCabe coming onto the pitch. Manny Perez and Dylan Maris are coming out. Substitutions brought to you by Fortna. McCabe returned on Wednesday after a foot injury had kept him out since March 25th. His first championship match since the third match of the year.
It's important for him to continue to get minutes, to get back into the rhythm of play. And, you know, a similar scenario, but the other way around for Manny. You know, he came back midweek, and, you know, you want to slow him down a little bit, give him 60 minutes, that's more than enough. So bringing in fresh legs, it shouldn't be surprising at this point. It's early in the second half, but it's clear that Lou City, they want to win this game.
Gibson and Dia. Here's McCabe on the ball for the first time. Mushagalusa. Tosh. Here's McCabe once more. Switch fields. Mushagalusa through the middle, and it's blocked away. Ellefson was in the right place.
It's so important to move without the ball, and that's exactly what Ellefson was able to do that time. It was impossible to predict where that cross will come in, and he was at the right place, right time. It's just that the shot is blocked, but you know, it's the work behind the play. It's pretty evident, and it's outstanding.
Dia trying to go on the outside of the foot. I guess intercepts. Two matches for Louisville. Subs have scored quickly. Some Harris in the 70th minute against Memphis. Dylan Maris equaled the score in the 57th minute against Phoenix. This time Mushagalusa able to find some space, and Ellefson had a good shot, but Zali blocked it.
Yeah, he was able to create some space on the left side of Mushagalusa. He's going to win that matchup with Tabor Itaka anytime, so it's important for him to be aggressive.
And Rodriguez gives chase. It's a throw coming up for Louisville City. Louisville have scored 3 goals in the last 3. Last win coming on May 27th at Indy 11, 1-0. 60th minute here, no score. These two sides looking for that goal against two clubs that are in the bottom 3 in goal scoring this season. Flag up for offside with Jose Rodriguez. I'm Michael Watrang. You're having a nice Saturday. Good exchange here for Las Vegas. It's going to be Andrew Carlton coming in. He scored a couple goals and has an assist in 6 career matches against Louisville. And he replaces Manu Ledesma. And Ledesma just got a yellow.
Not happy at all with this, but anytime you get called for time wasting, you're not going to be happy about it. And obviously, you wanted to go the long way out of the field. The referee didn't like that at all. But regardless, I think it's a good substitution here for Las Vegas, just because Andrew Carlton will bring a little bit of more pace to the top. And at this point, you're really playing the counterattack game. That's been the strategy from the get-go for Las Vegas, but more than ever now in the last 30 minutes of the match.
Final half hour we go. Who can beat a keeper? Something on frame in this final 30 minutes. Serrano into the box. Handled calmly by Leo Diaz. Nearly 1,300 minutes played this season by Las Vegas. They've led for only 142 of them. Just one win on the campaign, a minus 11 goal differential. It has been a rough season, but you have to look beyond the record, beyond those numbers, to see a team that has battled this year. Their lone win has come on the road. 78th minute winner from El Cubo Torres against Phoenix, roughly a month to the day ago. That game was kept 0-0 for a long time. And the Lights ended up stealing one in Phoenix. This game, 0-0. Las Vegas do it again on the road in their first ever meeting with Louisville.
Man, it took some time for this one to come around. Must be really tired.
Oh, he was shaking some hands down there with the fans, and I'm sure had some pleasant things to say to him after the yellow. Galusa wanted a foul. He stopped playing. What a touch by Carlton. Itaka. Get it through the middle. Sharpie, though, shuts it down. Dia taken off of it. Itaka past one defender. Miss hits it. On the pressure.
Look at that high pressure from Las Vegas. 64th minute. If that doesn't tell you that they feel like they can win this game, I mean, it's pretty clear at this point. They're putting the work in, to be honest, and the effort plays are there. It's just a matter of when is the talent going to kick in for Lou City.
Vegas hasn't won at an Eastern Conference team since last April. Space here, Stauffer catches up to it. Here's a shot, Aranzazu, second chance high.
Just beautifully done from Las Vegas. Talk about moving the ball from side to side. Lou City did it in the first half. A great fit here onto the right side. The ball that comes in, shot unfortunately blocked that time, but that's exactly what you want if you're Las Vegas. Not only having possession, but working out of the build-up.
That was nearly a breakaway for the Lights, and this is going to be a card instead. Justin Ingram shown a yellow. World of Beer, the sponsor for our yellow cards.
I know it's scoreless, but it feels like we have a game. You know, it feels like at some point, you know, Lou City will step up, and it seems like Las Vegas is ready to match up. And it's surprising because it's not what we expected when we started this game.
Both sides, I think, certainly have their eyes on the full 3 points. And certainly didn't expect that to be the case in the 66th minute. Mushagalusa. Defended well by Tabordataka, and a foul whistled. Louisville City FC will put the World's Game on display again at Lynn Family Stadium next month when hosting its second international friendly against Mexicans Atlante FC on Saturday, July 15th. Tickets are in demand and on sale now, with more information at loucity.com.
Very good matchup. You know, obviously part of the learning process that we've seen throughout the years with Lou City, now adding the opportunity to compete against the international opponents, and it's looking really, really good. You know, what we watched before the game and in halftime about Josh Winder is just a perfect example of how Lou City is the right place to be for so many young players.
Andrew said that watching a young man at age 14 wear your jersey and be able to represent the U groups for the United States. I'll get a chance to go to Portugal for Benfica. Serrano goes down. Once again, won a foul. Bordataka had such great pace, flies this in. Saying, thinking. Bordataka again. There were 0 moments like this for Las Vegas in the first 20-plus minutes. They have comfortably gotten into this game and have their sights set on a second win this year. Lou City waiting for its moment, and foul whistled against Zali.
No complaints that time, and you know, this might be the way to go for Lou City here today.
Brian Ownby is coming on our substitution presented by Fortna, but first another look at this foul.
With possession initially on the right side, a good first touch, and that basically creates the foul that time. Sally late to the ball. Serrano coming out of the game, and Brian Ownby. How many times have we seen Brian Ownby solve things for Lou City? He just comes in, finds a way, gets the ball in the back of the net, 3 points.
Closing in on 50 career goals. Just too shy of that right now. He's into the match. Make a dent into this thing in the final 22 minutes. Shots are even at 8 apiece. Louisville, the only official shot on frame. Granted, both sides have hit the woodwork. McCabe boots it in. Wolfson, the closest man in purple to it. Tabordataka plays it out. Pressure of Lou City. It's starting to gain some energy. Mushagalusa. Dia. Won't be the closest to it. Perhaps there's somebody on the backside. Ownby wins it back with fresh legs. th minute, still looking for our first goal. Oh, lining ball doesn't get past the Las Vegas defense. Excellent pass forward. Ownby cuts it through. McCabe blasts it.
And just beautiful build-up. A beautiful, beautiful ball. That's the way the game should be played. Ownby with a beautiful feed, and I think the ball bounces right in front of McCabe, and that's why he's not able to put the shot on frame. Yeah, it seems like there's a weird bounce right before he makes contact with the ball. Man, what a missed opportunity at that time.
Important a substitution. Tyler Bagley, the 23-year-old, played at Cornell, replaces Eric Oteng.
A bit risky.
Ownby has a late moment. The Eastern Conference showdown. It's 2-2 between Memphis and Charleston. This could certainly be a game where Lou City could gain some ground on the upper portion of the league. Pittsburgh have already won, coming back to take down San Diego with a late winner from Osamanu. 72nd minute of a scoreless affair. Foul whistled. Here's a set piece opportunity now for Ingram and company. Third minute. Fans anxiously await a goal in this one. Ingram twists it into the box. Flag up. We're offside. Louisville 2023 ticket packages are available now. Lou City's next home match is on June 10th. Or check that, is on July 8th at 8 p.m. Bring your family and friends to Lynn Family Stadium to see Loudoun United. Tickets are available at loucity.com/tickets. Talked about it in the first half, Jose, that there'd be frustration potentially that could set in for Louisville at this point in the match. And it just feels like with each passing second, confidence grows for Las Vegas.
Yeah, I think for Lou City, it's going to be important to find Brian Ownby. I think that's a difference maker right there. He have seen it all, so he knows how to deal with these type of matches. And so, as much as you can find him, he's going to bring some clarity to the defensive side of the field. And for Las Vegas, it's a little bit tricky right now because it's too early just to, you know, settle down with the scoreless draw and get a point. It's going to be way too long of time to just play defense once again. And so they need to find a balance at this point. Maybe substitutions will play a part of that.
So Loteo Faz comes in for Andres Jimenez Aranzazu. Teams utilizing their benches in this match. Here we are in the 75th minute of a scoreless affair with Jose Rodriguez and Michael Watrang. Fasten your seatbelts for the finish of this one. Two sides hungry to get back into the win column. Sense an opportunity to snare 3 points. Semla waits. Hasn't been asked to do much tonight. Semla twice has to gather and clear it away. Fans head to Twitter to vote on tonight's Lynn Family Sports Vision and Training Man of the Match. Poll will be open for the next 10 minutes. Vote now. Twitter.com/LouCityFC. Mushagalusa did well to get it to Ownby. Finds Harris. Over passing. Jimenez. Ownby. Ownby! He didn't hit it as well as he might expect, but Tess Diaz nevertheless.
It's just unbelievable how he's able to change the game for Lou City. I know there's obviously a sense of confidence once he comes in that he's going to be able to find the right way to hurt the opponent. But you know, it's Jimenez on the right side. It's a good combination, but we've seen this so many times. The positioning at the edge of the box is what's key for Brian Ownby. He knows exactly where he needs to be. This time he takes the shot, not the best one, but still an opportunity that we haven't seen in the second half.
So it feels like he's provided a little bit of that glue, cohesion, find some attacking moments. Here he is in space. First time touch. Mushagalusa! Louisville leads. It is Ownby that sets up Enoch Mushagalusa for a 1-0 lead.
And it's a beauty of a goal. The setup is just outstanding. This is high quality soccer. Look at the feed from McCabe, the run, the move without the ball, anticipating the run from the defender. The setup is just perfect. And then Mushagalusa takes his time, understands that he has some time to finish and to make sure this goes to the back of the net. And that's exactly what happens. That's high quality soccer. Right place, right time for three players that change the game right now for Lou City.
That goal presented by Kentucky Lottery, fueling imagination, funding education. Kentucky Lottery, number 77, in the 77th minute. Lou City gets a breakthrough. No missteps there. Brilliance from one of the league's veterans in Ownby. Moves into a tie for 5th all-time in league history with his 45th assist.
Changed the game.
Yeah, we had just mentioned it, how much he
game.
changes the game. No hesitation on the pass. Now here's a shot, and Ownby talking about changing the game defensively this time. Great block. Ball bent in and well out. Well, Danny Cruz told us so many times when we spoke with him this week, you have to be better in front of the goal. We have to find ways to finish when we're given chances on the doorstep. Mushagalusa got one, and really probably the only one that Louisville has had outside of maybe that Tellefson chance in the first couple minutes. and no mistake, calmly, composed, puts it away.
Yeah, and this is huge. You know, regardless of the of how things are going for Las Vegas in the season so far, if they're able to hold on to the result and get 3 points here tonight, this is unbelievably good for Lou City, just because they battled. They play against the Las Vegas team that, you know, tonight they didn't reflect, you know, what the stats and the standings tell you. So if they're able to close this game out, it's a big win.
Have roughly 10 more minutes to do so. How does that confidence that Las Vegas had been building sit right now in the 80th minute? A team now desperate to try to come back. Mushagalusa with a good header. Defended well, though, by Zach Carroll. So many times this year, Las Vegas has been so close, knocking on the door of a positive result.
You know, it's just so hard to just flip the switch and now, you know, try to score 2 goals in 10 minutes. And, you know, half of the team, they are completely exhausted because they have been chasing. They haven't had the ball, so they're running behind the ball for most of the game. And for you to ask this group to go out there and score 2 goals, I mean, of course they want to do it, but, you know, it's not about desire at this point. It's about, do you have the energy to perform?
Well, Las Vegas have only scored multiple goals twice this year. At Orange County in the second game of the year, and at Memphis on April 15th. Both were 2-2 draws. Let's pass out. Well, you talk about Louisville on the other side. In their losses this year, 4 of them, they've given up 13 goals. In the other 10 matches, they've given up just 5. And Oliver Semlau looking for his 7th clean sheet. Tie Paul Blanchette of Oakland to the top of the table in that regard, if he can do so. But a lot of time left. And at the end of the first half was when Las Vegas was at its strongest. Louisville want to leave, no doubt, for sure at this point. Las Vegas look to play spoiler down the stretch. To Bordataka, bends it in, Semlau calmly controls. And part of the reason for his success after stepping in for the Golden Glove winner last year, Kyle Morton. Danny Cruz credited Scott Budnick, the goalkeeper coach, does a great job with him. And believe that his mentality would translate well to this stage. Didn't think that they'd have to rely upon him as much as they have, but he's been great. Here's Ownby. His 3rd assist of the season, set up Mushagalusa. Foul whistled. Louisville not happy. A couple more changes brought to you by Fortna. Martin Paulus is coming in, as well as Paulo Del Piccolo. They are replacing Wilson Harris and Enoch Mushagalusa.
Obviously a different approach to the game now for Lou City. They have the lead, so they want a little bit more possession, not so much verticality, which is something that Harris and Mushagalusa bring to the table every single time. Now with Powers and Piccolo in the middle, they can just settle down a little bit, slow down the game, defend with the ball, and seal the deal in the final 7 minutes of the match. By the way, a big moment for USL Championship. Mo Lombard will be starting tonight for Jamaica against the United States in Gold Cup play. were just talking about Josh Winder a few minutes ago. I think that's something that explains as well the development of this league.
Ball is headed in the box. Gibson cycles out. Phillipson. It's a good group of nations represented. The Gold Cup, 6 different ones represented by the Championship and League One players. This ball completely out yet. Las Vegas continuing to get the pressure going. Phillipson, Ownby. Las Vegas looking for an equalizer. Jamaica also has Pittsburgh keeper Jamali Waite on the roster.
That's a solid group. A lot of Premier League players, and for Kevon Lambert to get an opportunity to start, that proves you that he's ready to compete at that level.
Stalwart with Phoenix for years. Here, these two sides battling to the finish line. Enoch Mushagalusa's goal in the 77th minute has Lou City on top. Las Vegas have not had a shot on target. Their best chance, in fact, came on an odd angle effort from outside of the 18 when Tabor Taka hit the crossbar. Ownby. Throw coming. Somebody like that come off from your bench, unparalleled in this league. Blue City looking for its 7th shutout of the year. Only Oakland has that many at this point. Blue City will be glad to hold on to possession. Excellent passing. Ownby was making the run to the near post. Zali clears. He's put in a good shift in the back, but Ownby has been even better since entering when he came on the pitch in the 68th minute.
And they did it again to the right side. A beautiful setup once again. This time he probably had a clear pass with the Piccolo in the middle, but still a good opportunity for Lou City. Man, just a joy to watch Brian Ownby.
7th minute corner kick. Looping ball in. Cleared away. Only as far as Dia, though. And it's a corner given. Not a foul. Leo Diaz just picked up a yellow. Frustration setting in for the Lights. Yellow is brought to you by World of Beer. This corner comes in. Ownby, the initial target, didn't get ahead to it. Jimenez. Strong work by Jimenez. Nifty. Ownby. Too heavy on the touch. Who's the last one? It is Ownby, and a goal kick coming. Now Las Vegas looks to go quickly. Be brought back.
Yeah, just a desperate move that time from Diaz. I think we've seen it a couple of times here in the second half.
winding down. Two clubs that had never met before prior to tonight. I'll be unhappy.
You think?
Quick restart from Las Vegas. Ball headed over. Del Piccolo tries to get over to rescue, but Carlton blasts it. There's Brian Ownby, our man of the match tonight, brought to you by Lynn Family. And well deserved his presence. Flip the script on this one. Ownby now hustling after it. Waiting for some help. Out wide. Crushed, however, by Jimenez. Nearly put it away. Now we go into stoppage time presented by Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. 3 more minutes.
And what a great run from Jimenez on the right side. And for Ownby as well, the understanding that the pass was not through the middle, that he needed some more help. It was a counterattack situation, but Las Vegas was very well set up. Now here comes Jimenez on the right side and pretty much opens up everything for him. It's a good feed, unfortunately unable to finish. The right back for Blue City. But how many times have we seen that combination? Ownby and Jimenez on the right side.
Louisville winless in its last 3. Hasn't had a drought of 4 or more since 2018 when they went 0-2-2 before winning the final 10 of the year, including the Cup final against Phoenix. Mushagalusa's goal in the 77th is the difference right now with 2 more minutes to go. Stauffer does really well to hold on to possession. Bordataka cannot for just a moment. Everything for Louisville. Defensive minded right now. That ball way out. That will allow Lou City to take some time off of the clock.
And this is the type of game that, middle of the season, you're okay with getting 3 points, although you can start thinking about how Lou City, they didn't dominate the game as we expected in the first half. But here comes the end of the season. You need 3 points to overcome first place, second place, or get home field advantage. These are the games that you don't look back, and yet tonight you get 3 points, you move on. You can get better with time when it comes to performance, but solid 3 points tonight if Lou City is able to hold on.
No question about it at this point of the year for Louisville. To get 3 points in a game that has been a challenge, extremely valuable with a road trip to red-hot Pittsburgh looming next week on July 1st. Las Vegas aimed for one more chance. Flicked off of Toch, out, and a corner coming. 3rd corner of the night for Las Vegas. Each team with 10 shots in the match. None on target for Las Vegas. 3 for Louisville. And a corner kick coming. And Leo Diaz has come all the way up inside of the 18. Ingram. It is Diaz!
Oh my God!
Wide open! Almost had the equalizer.
My goodness, what a moment that would have been for the young goalkeeper. It's a great read. It's wonderful from the goalkeeper, acting like a striker. A perfect read on the ball. Moves to the far post, but the header just over the bar. What a heartbreaker.
And there's the final whistle. Louisville wins it despite a last-second scare from Las Vegas. And with that, Lou City wins. And you can head to your participating Louisville area Wendy's tomorrow to get a free small Frosty. No purchase necessary for that. And it's a clean sheet as well. The 7th of the season for Danny Cruz's side. And that was a Mortensen Family Dental clean sheet. A clean game calls for a healthy, clean smile. Well, there are coaches around the league right now thinking we need to have our keepers practice some more attacking headers. But what a thrilling end to this match. That was nip and tuck for a long time, but Lou City gets the win.
Yeah, I think deservedly so, because they were the team that was able to find the formula to get inside the box and from the build-up score a goal. Las Vegas, they did a good effort defensively, but they were never able to create a lot of trouble inside the box. It was effort plays, but not build-up, and I think we have to bring a lot of value to that play from Lou City.
So that wraps it up. The final score presented by Gorski Law Office is Lou City 1, Las Vegas 0. The 3-match skid for Lou City is over. Highlights and a wrap-up when we come back to Lynn Family Stadium here in a moment.
Fresh produce is the best produce. That's why at Kroger, we invest in local farmers to bring you the freshest seasonal picks. So no matter how you shop, your local produce always tastes as fresh as it gets. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Boost by Kroger Plus is more than worth it.
Give it to me, I'm worth it.
With 2 times fuel points and free delivery, you can save up to $1,000 per year. Try Boost free for 30 days. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Well, they say the grass is greener there, but ours is dreamy blue. And there's no place I would rather be than Kentucky with you.
It's game time, baby. Are you ready? 'Cause I'm ready. It's game time. It's game time. It's game time. 'Cause it's game time. 'Cause it's game time. Cause it's game time.
This postgame is presented to you by the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety. Back with Jose Rodriguez, Michael Watrang here with you. A thrilling conclusion to this one. And let's go through the highlights of this matchup here tonight. It was dominated early by Lou City in this matchup. They had the majority of the chances. This one coming from Maris at the top. But, as was so often the case in the first hour of this one, both sides missing chances.
Yeah, Lou City did most of the damage on the right side in the first half, but it's fair to say that Las Vegas grew into the game and they created some opportunities. Here's the shot from Itaka from the right side, a beautiful shot. When everybody expected a cross, he put a shot on the post and it was beautifully done. Here in the second half, it's Harris with the first opportunity for Lou City. A good ball from Dylan Maris, just unable to put the shot on frame that time, the striker for Lou City.
Las Vegas had their chances. They really grew into the game nicely. Estoffer found this ball through the middle. The shot, though, blocked from Aron Zazu. He gets another crack at it. That in the 64th minute. But Las Vegas never hit the cage in any of their chances. And here was the difference maker in the 77th minute. An excellent run from Ownby and a first-time pass to Mushagalu.
Yeah, a lot of quality. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful goal. And, you know, the cold-blooded finish from Mushagalusa as well, we have to give him a lot of credit because he could have very easily taken a first touch that right there. That was not good enough for him to finish the play. But he took his time. He knew exactly what he needed to do and ended up scoring the game-winning goal.
Lou City picks up the win as you take a look at the full-time statistics in this one. Shots end up being fairly level in this matchup, but if you're Lou City, you have to be happy that you're able to walk away with 3 points in what could have been a frustrating night.
Yeah, at some point, if you're Las Vegas, you have to get frustrated with moral victories. I think this one qualifies as a moral victory, but you need to get 3 points, or at least a point on the road here against Lou City. And for Lou City, you know, you just need to find a way to win, and you did it.
Lou City snaps a 3-match winless string and picks up the win, and things get interesting next week. 7 o'clock Eastern. It is Pittsburgh, a team that is unbeaten in their last 9. They haven't lost since April 22nd. That's going to be a fun one to watch.
Woo, man, that's good. That Pittsburgh team is rolling at the moment.
Pittsburgh rolling, and that is the next matchup on the road. They'll play 2 times in 3 matches over an 11-day period starting on July 1st after a big win tonight for the Riverhounds. So that wraps things up. The final score presented by Gorski Law Office. Louisville City 1, Las Vegas 0, and Lou City picks up the victory. For my partner tonight, Jose Rodriguez, and our entire crew, I'm Michael Watrink signing off. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.